Hey everyone. Sorry we weren't completely clear, but the next few episodes you're going to hear are one-off adventures that introduce each of our cast's characters and offers insight into their pasts, their goals, and how they began their journey to become the champions of Solain. Hope you enjoy. So, Piper.
Yes.
You find yourself in a small village. You are in a town square performing music and telling stories to the children of the town. It is a beautiful sunny day. The kids all seem to be a little bit ragged in how they look. They're fairly thin and dirty. You're in basically what's a mining town. So the adults tend to not really be around, and you're having a chance to really just get your name out there a little bit. The children enjoy the fact that they have someone singing and entertaining them, and you're getting a few odd stares from them because you are a tiefling, and that's not something they see very frequently. So you have both this air of being an oddity, while at the same time, it's children who recognize this, so it's not that racist kind of dark looks you're used to getting. This is like, oh, cool, look at her kind of looks.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're performing, and I would like for you to roll a performance check for me.
Sure thing. 19.
19. These kids are enthralled by you, absolutely enthralled. They love everything. And this tiny little boy gets up. He's wearing kind of like an oversized hat that's covering half his face, and he's got like a scarf around his neck, and he's wearing like kind of ragged clothes, and he starts yelling for the other kids, come on, cheer louder! And they start cheering, and like you even see adults that are passing by that run to the stores, they're kind of taking notice, and the kid yells something out, When are you going to play again? When are you going to play again? And you know you do have a performance, or you're trying to get a performance tonight at the local tavern called the Heckled Jester.
I am playing tonight at the Heckled Jester.
Tell your parents! We'll go again! We'll see her again! Yay! And all the kids are cheering, and they start to disperse, and that little boy is standing there. He's waiting for it to all pass, and he just kind of takes the hat off. Hey, I'm getting sick of this gig. Ugh! And he starts cracking his bones a little bit, and you see a little halfling man who had disguised himself as a child. You're starting to see the 5 o'clock shadow. This is a friend of yours named Winslow.
But you play a child so well, and it works every time.
Yeah, I played a child so well. I'm going on like 60 here. This isn't going to work forever. Hopefully Ardi's got that thing together at the Heckled Jester. We'll meet her there later. Oi. So you and Winslow make your way over to the Heckled Jester. He's stripping off the small boy disguise, and he puts on like this kind of traveler's jacket that he had hidden where you were. He takes out a cigar and starts smoking it on the way. So you get over there, and I'm assuming, considering Ardi's Outlander status, hey, why don't you make a charisma check for me, Sabrina?
Oh, fuck. 17, actually, surprisingly.
Alright, so you're talking with this guy when they walk in, and he's wiping down the bar. His name is Darren. He's the innkeeper there. And he's wiping everything down, and you're trying to convince him, let her play. Let her play. You'll get more customers. And he's looking at you and goes, you know something? Yeah, we haven't really been having much ever since the mine's been drying up. If you can get her to drum up more business, I'll pay you for the evening. Otherwise, you just get tips. Sound like a fair deal?
Fine. Look,
All right.
she's adorable, not sociable.
You're the one Winslow sent to get this done.
All kinds of good decisions being made about this. She's probably sitting there being a bunny, too.
So as you guys walk in, Winslow waves you down. He's like, all right, come over here. And he goes to the bartender, 3 drinks. Aren't you a kid? Come down here and say that. So you guys sit down at a table, and Darren brings over a few drinks. And just because this is the first time we're seeing your characters, what do we see?
I am a fuzzy, brown bunny with antlers on.
That can apparently talk in her animal form.
Look, I spent a lot of time in this form.
I am a red-skinned tiefling with gold eyes, long black hair. I kind of have, performance clothes. They are a little bit flashier than, my normal casual wear. So it's like reds and purples just to try to attract attention. And my horns...
The opposite of the round, brown, funny fuzzy bunny.
Exactly. I kind of reach over and I give Ardi little scritches behind the ears.
Meow.
And Winslow, you already know, is the little halfling man who disguises himself as a child. He's kicking off his shoes finally, because, halflings don't like to wear them.
Mm-hmm.
His big furry feet sticking out. And he starts drinking his probably whiskey at this point while you get an ale piper, and the bartender walks over and just kind of places a carrot down in front of you, Artie, and he's just kind of like, I don't know what else to do, and walks away.
It's a good thing you moved your hand quick. She would have gone for it instead of the carrot.
Yeah, he's back at the bar at this point. He's like slightly regretting his decision, but only slightly. Only slightly.
I mean, I'll still eat the carrot. It's free food.
Exactly. At the very least, it was a peace offering, so he keeps his fingers.
It's tastier than the good berries that I make.
This is
This
true.
is very true.
And more
far
filling.
More filling.
Well, I mean, the good berry is still enough for a day's sustenance.
It sustains you for the day.
You won't like it.
It never says that you have a full stomach.
No, it does not, but it is sustaining at least. Good for emergencies.
You guys are sitting there with a drink, and Winslow's just like, all right, so you're working for tips tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta make sure that you can get a payment in, because otherwise, I don't know if we have enough to get to the next town. I don't even know if this town has a name.
Yeah, that's actually a good question if this town even has a name.
I mean, I've been a little too nervous to ask. These guys don't seem exactly the most pleasant. I mean, it's a mine town. It's probably going to be something like, Ironburg or,
Old Stony.
Stony Point.
Yeah.
Stony Point.
Stony Point.
I hated
Hey,
that
maybe
town.
they should pay us to name their town.
I'm sure we'd come up with a good one.
But the point is, we need supplies to get the hell out of here. Otherwise, we're not getting the hell out of here. And if we ever expect to get anywhere in this world, Mace, Beltroon, anywhere, we gotta get the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
At least I can be a mount.
That's true. But unless we can eat you, we're not gonna get very far.
Ah, but outlanders are good for hunting, too.
So are the orcs that live in the area.
That's true.
And we really don't want to compete with them.
No.
At the very least, I am your local professional survivor.
This is true.
And we have to admit, we wouldn't have gotten half as far if it weren't for Ardi. But as much as I appreciate the lovely campfires and fresh food picked from
The bounties of nature.
Sure, I would kind of like coin too, making the world go round.
It does.
We just need enough to get out of here. A few silver pieces would get us. These people pretty much live off of copper, so we just need a few silver pieces and we can get out of here. Sound good?
Sounds good. I'll do my best.
Alrighty. Enjoy your drink, ladies. Or carrot in your case. I got a few... He cracks his knuckles. Errands to take care of. And he hustles off, taking out his child disguise again, and slips out the door. Reeking of cigar smoke and whiskey.
It never gets old seeing him dressed as a child.
Bounties of nature aren't good enough for some things.
Hey, you need to give him... Halflings are known for their comfort and their, normally jovial nature, but he is, well,
A
he's
grumpy
with us.
puss?
He's with us. I just reach over and give you scratches. Enjoy your carrot. Thank you for getting the job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know why you sent me.
Because, you know, he can dress as a child and drum up more attention in the crowd. You doing it other than in a bunny, it just kind of looks like you're with me. Which, I mean, you are.
I mean, I could try and do it as a bunny, but I might get stepped on.
You might get stepped on. A talking bunny would be weird to most of them.
Something worth capturing and selling.
Something worth capturing, selling, you know, and also, you know.
I want to see them try and put me in a cage.
You are a killer bunny rabbit, I know. You will eat all the fingers.
Scarier as a dire wolf, but, you know.
That's true. You could do that.
Cause some problems. Look, here's some lights. Oh, they'll freak out when the ground quakes.
So you two go on like this for a few hours, you know, I'll become a bear and I'll do this, I'll become an octopus and strangle them.
Can I become an octopus?
Not at your current level, but at some point a druid can just become a giant octopus.
I have quite the list at the moment.
Yep. And Piper's just like, yeah, sure, honey, sure.
I can also become an elk. That's a fun one.
That'll be great when you do. Yes, it is.
Also something they would probably try to eat.
I don't know that they really want to go for the bear. Or
Not the bear, the elk, though.
I mean, also a spider. Just be a spider and crawl away.
You could get squished really easy.
They'd have to
Unless you
bite me
became a giant
first.
spider.
Oh my god, that's how you get into my hat, is you are a spider and you are in the hat. And it's like, look, there's nothing in the hat. Do the whole thing, and then you transform into the bunny and I just pull you out. That's how it
So
works.
there's no way for her to go from spider to bunny. She has to go spider to tiefling to bunny. And there's a big size discrepancy.
You know, most people just use a small shelf in their hat.
Yeah, there's actually easier ways to do it than actual magic. Alright. So the hours pass, and slowly the villagers start to come into the tavern. The Heckle Jester isn't really dressed up pretty. There's some animal heads on the wall, but nothing overtly exciting. It's like a giant rat, or maybe, like, I think the main attraction would probably be a wolf, is the biggest thing that they've gotten there. No real deer or elk heads anywhere, which is what's normally put on the walls. There's this kind of drab wood, no tapestries. The tables seem to be put together from, like, broken wheelbarrows and carts, and just kind of, it's a ramshackle little place. And all the people that come in, they're all miners. They've been down the mine all day, so they're dirty, they're tired, they're unhappy folk. And they're just drinking their trouble. It's not like there's cheer and mirth and merriment throughout the establishment. It's quiet, somber, and people are just getting drunk to forget their troubles. So there's a little area that was set up for you, Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Which some of the people there aren't all that happy about, because the tables are now a little more scrunched together than they're used to being, to give you the space to perform. So you're not going in front of, like, a super happy crowd.
This will be fun. But all the more reason to try to give them a little bit of joy.
Yep, so you go up there, and Darren just kind of, like, gives you a little wave of the hand, like, go on, come on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am...
Mostly gentlemen!
Mostly gentlemen.
It's called the Heckle Jester for a reason.
I am the amazing Piper, and I am here to perform for you, and hopefully make your nights a little bit better.
And you hear a couple people, like, grumble a little bit, like, come on. But you may begin.
I start to, play.
Alright. Give me a performance check.
Sure thing. Non-natural 20.
So you begin to play, and you have all these people, like, they're very ho-hum, very miserable, and you start this... You know not to start with, like, the most upbeat song.
Mm-hmm.
You know to play to their mood a little bit, and you kind of play this working song that a lot of them are actually fairly familiar with. So there you got some people humming along, and then a couple guys who have been drinking a little longer than others start singing along with you. Like that, we're a little drunk, but we're not going to be the boisterous. They just kind of like sing the chorus with you, and they're enjoying it. So you've got everyone on a higher note, so that was your first success.
Yes.
All right. Next, performance roll.
All right. 21. I had to think about that for a minute.
Yeah, no, now the crowds are just... The drunks are even helping you out at this point. They're like shoving other guys, come on, you know this one! And you're slowly beginning to raise the pace and the mood of the song. You're going from that we're the hard-working group to a little more celebratory, and one last performance check.
Okay. 17 plus 7, so 24.
I really should have made this a harder check. You would have passed all of them anyway. Alright, so you have the entire establishment singing. There's some people dancing. It's like people are actually wandering in like, what the hell is going on in here? And they see these miners who are like dead to the world most other nights, singing and dancing and clapping and drinking. And like Darren's sitting there like he's been holding the same glass that he's been like about to dry off for like 5 minutes, just watching this like, what is going on in my bar? So you have this entire like establishment kicking up their heels, and you see Winslow like patter over to Darren, and Darren just hands him a small sack. Winslow tips his little hat because he's not wearing the big one to hide his head, pockets the bag, looks at you, Piper, because he can't see Ardi right now.
Nope.
He just gives you a thumbs up.
I give him a wink, and I wink at Darren too.
Darren still can't believe what's going on. And as you have this entire establishment just like cheering, the door slams open and a man in full armor steps in, and the room goes silent.
I just like finish my note and hold my pose.
Yes. You know this individual. You met him when you came into town. This is Curtis Fayweather.
Curtis.
Yes. He is the sheriff of the town. And he points directly at you, Piper, and says, Piper? Amazing Piper is your alias, I believe?
Yes, sir, it is. What can I do for you?
You are hereby under arrest for the kidnapping and murder of children in our town.
What?
You will come with me peacefully, he draws his sword, or I will take you in myself. And make a quick perception check.
Perception. 13.
Winslow is gone.
I put my instrument away. I pick up my hat that has my bunny in it.
A growling bunny at that.
Shh, darling, shush. And I give a bow to the crowd, and I walk.
The crowd is very confused. They're very torn with your rolls. They're very torn.
I know.
There has been a little bit of distress, and you realize now you didn't know that children had been missing, but that may have added to their somber mood. And now this person who had been cheering them up is being accused of it, so there's a little bit of a...
They don't know how to feel about me.
Yeah, so they're just kind of quietly watching as you walk across and get shackled by Curtis and are brought down to the... I hate to call it like a station, because it's just a building with like a cage in it. Like one cell.
Stick the bunny in the cage.
No, you are with me. You are in my hat.
I am in your hat. I'm staying there. Good luck finding me now.
It's like a human-sized cell. It's big enough for a humanoid to fit in. And you are sat down at the sheriff's desk. And what instrument do you have with you?
I have a viol.
A viol. Alright. Well, he takes it. He's very careful with it. He doesn't, like, slam it around.
I am watching him very carefully.
He takes it and sets it on a desk and says to you, So, Amazing Piper.
Yes.
It's an interesting name you have there.
I feel like it needs something, like there should be another word in there, but I'm not really sure what to put there yet. I'm still working on it.
Well, the reason I find it so interesting is before you came, we didn't have any problem. And now, folks have been reporting piping music that haunts the forests around here?
I mean, I have practiced outside a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And
I mean, that's what you need to do.
And as the music plays, the children seem mystified and wander off into the woods.
Now that did not do, because I did not know that any children had even gone missing.
Then how can you explain witnesses saying that they saw a horned demon playing the music in the trees?
It is possible they may have confused me with somebody else.
Your kind aren't exactly common in this area of the world.
No, we are not.
Ardi is very uncomfortable. But here's the thing with Ardi. Bunny in Piper's bag is a bagpiper.
It's 100% is totally Ardi, but not Ardi.
Well, considering the evidence stacked against you, we're going to put you in the cell until we get a little more information, or you tell us where those children are. So he...
You are welcome to... I will answer anything that you want to know, but I do not know where they are, because I didn't do it.
Well, maybe a night in the cell will change your mind. And he grabs you by underneath your arm and lifts you and brings you over to,
You know, normally when a guy puts me in cuffs, it's for more fun, right?
Well, that's not happening tonight.
That
And
is disappointing.
You into the cell.
You would have enjoyed it. It would have been a night to remember.
He slams the bars shut, and then there's a door that he just closes in front of the bars. So it's kind of like the room, like it's another room in a house that just has bars that slide in place, and then he just closes the door.
Can he still see me?
There's a little like flap on the door that he can open and close to see you, but he can't see you.
Because otherwise I was going to double flip him off with my hand still cuffed.
Yeah, that's that doesn't work.
Nah.
I mean, you could still do it, I suppose.
I can
but
do it. He
can't see
just
it.
can't see it.
Yep. So you are now in this tiny little cell, and it looks like it used to be like someone's bedroom. There is a bed, and there's a chamber pot, and that's really it. There's a small window that is barred off. You think you might be able to fit through it if the bars weren't there?
Hey, Ardi.
Huh.
Can you do something about those bars for us to slip out?
I mean,
I have no problem staying here and proving my innocence. But perhaps if we found the children.
I can go try to track the children.
Or find Winslow, somebody to get me out of here.
Something like that. I don't think I can do anything about the bars directly.
That's
I
okay.
mean, unless the wrath of a bear is enough to take it out.
That would probably draw more suspicion.
Probably. I don't think you really want me kicking him in as a horse either. It might be a bit much.
A little bit.
But I can totally sneak out and try and find someone.
So I stand up, I take my hat off so that way she can climb out through the bars.
Alright, so you start feeding her through the bars, and as your little bunny face pokes through, it bumps into something and you look, and Winslow's face is right in front of yours, and your eyes just kind of meet, and both you kind of yelp and jump back at the same time. Ah, jeez, damn. Girls are completely impatient.
Well, she was going to come and find you.
Yeah, well, I saw you getting carted off by the law, and I slipped away, so we didn't all get carted off by the law.
I mean,
Yeah.
I figured.
At least I would have known where she was before you.
I just followed it was the one sheriff. Literally a one-horse town. You transform, we get 2 horses. That's really how this works.
I'm a better horse,
And
though.
He hands you a rope through the bars.
I take the rope.
Tie off the bars on the other side. This way they can't open the door. And he takes another rope and he starts tying it around the bars to your window.
And I do as he tells me.
Alright, make a dex check.
Sure. I'm fairly decent at dex. Please don't fail me. 18.
18. All right, you tie a pretty good knot around the bars so that you get the feeling that if someone were to try to open it, it would take them a little while to get through. And he goes, "Hey, Ardi. You feel like becoming something a little bigger?
How big you want?
I need a horse. Something big, like a war horse or something. Can you do it?"
I can do it.
All right, he reaches his arm through. "Come with me."
One last scritch as Bunny Ardi goes through the bars.
All right, so he pulls you out and he goes, "And Piper?
Yes.
Yeah, be ready to move."
Got it.
And Ardi, he starts carrying you, and you see that he has tied off a rope to a cart. And the cart it's a tough-looking cart they use to carry ore, but there's no horse hitched to the cart. And he puts you down and goes, "All right."
You are so getting kicked, so you better stay out of range.
"I'm already getting ready to hit you up." And he's on the cart now.
Just watch your head, little being.
It's not a far lift for your leg.
He gets the feeling that if you try to kick him, you're just gonna go over his head, so he's not overly worried.
I'll go ahead and shift eventually to the warhorse.
So you become the warhorse, and he starts hitching you up. And he has the crop in his hand, and he just kind of looks at you, looks at the crop, looks at you, and goes, "I don't think I need." Well, you can't talk as a horse. I'm letting the bunny thing go because it's adorable, but you can't talk as a horse.
That's fine, but I can still glare at him.
Yeah, he looks at the crop and he looks at you and he goes, I don't think I need this thing. I just say go and you go."
I'll just nod at him.
All right. So he puts the crop down and goes, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull it with all I got.
All right. I would like you to make a strength check at advantage because you have the cart, you have the rope, you have everything set up to make this work. And you're using the horse's strength, not your own.
It is a +4.
Yes, we are the mighty warhorse.
Yes, you are.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna work because we're already at a 21. Yep, 21 it is.
Oh yeah, you needed a 15. So you just gallop and you just see that he's not holding on to reins because he doesn't really need to rein you in. So he's not holding on to anything as the cart lurches forward and he falls backwards into the part that would carry stuff normally. And Piper, you're standing there and you're like, you don't know what's going on at this point.
I kinda have an idea.
All of a sudden the entire, the rope just goes completely taut. And then you hear a loud cracking sound as not just the window, but the entire back wall of your cell just smashes down, stones scattering everywhere.
Oh dear.
And
you
here
just hear,
I was ready to vault through the window, but it'll be a little bit easier.
Yep. And you just hear, "What the hell?" And the scrabbling noise as the door slams open. He goes, you see Curtis Faber there. Hey! Hey! And he goes to open the cage and the rope just tugs he can't get the door open.
And I run.
So you're running, I'm hoping that, Ardi, you
can
slow
wait
down
for
for
a
her.
second to slow down for her to get there.
So you slow down for her and she jumps into the back. And you guys just start going down the road. The galloping, the rope just dragging the bars behind you.
Oh yeah.
Just galloping down this road.
We could probably make that into some sort of instrument later.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool.
Look, I'm a fucking warhorse.
You are a fucking warhorse. You're a beautiful warhorse.
Nay.
Let's go find the children.
Is it your nay bay?
Oh, no.
Let's go find those children. Return them to the town.
Winslow just sits up. Really? You're not hightail it out of here with this lovely cart and supplies? Oh shit, there's no supplies. Alright, yeah, let's find the children.
Exactly. Besides, you don't want that reputation to follow us that we made children disappear when we didn't.
I mean, we can just change our names and move on. It's not like we have a reputation to really save. Fine.
You know it's what we should do.
hey, maybe there's a reward. And you just see him brighten.
Exactly. There might be a reward. They'll be more willing to give us some good supplies.
Yeah, I'm liking the sound of this.
Oh, I know how to play him like a fucking...
Or like a veal?
Mm-hmm.
Which is still sitting on Payweather's desk. Anyway, you're going down this road that eventually brings you through a forested area. And I would like everyone to make perception checks, please.
And I have to perception check first.
6. I rolled well for the performance, not so much for here.
Well, it doesn't really matter. That's a nat 1. I'm not seeing shit.
No, you're not hearing shit as you guys continue down.
Look, I'm galloping. It's noisy.
Ardi,
Well, it's been 15 minutes. At this point, you're starting to get winded.
Ardi, slow down a little bit.
And now I would like everybody to make a dex saving throw.
Great. 18.
18? Good.
There's
Winslow did very well.
He's a rogue, I would hope so.
He is a rogue.
No, the horse did too. I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So you feel the ground beneath your hooves give way, and you jump instantly. And you manage to make it over the pit trap that opened up below you. And Piper and Winslow throw themselves from the cart. Now, the cart is still latched to the horse. The cart falls into the pit, and it's starting to drag you back with it.
I'm going to move to get her off of the cart as soon as I can.
Well, she's hitched to the cart. This is not something that, like, quick release, switch it. Like, there's a lot to unbuckle to get a horse off a hitch.
Start unbuckling them.
You know what's a good time to cancel your wild shape is when you need to not fit in there.
Exactly.
Or that.
I'd love to use an action to revert form. Get the fuck out of that.
You revert your form, and you slide out as the cart falls into the pit, and Winslow goes, "No! Come on.
It's okay.
I paid good money for that. Okay, I stole it, but that was hard to do."
We will save the children. We'll get an even better cart.
You know what's hard to do? Pulling a freaking cart.
And you just hear this cackling. And give me perception checks again.
Well, at least I can use my own perception this time. Also, not that dice. Come on.
10.
It's a non-nat 20.
There we go. Someone saw it. Well, saw her, actually. And actually, Winslow sees her as well. Up in the trees, Piper, you don't see, but you hear, "Mine! Mine! They're all mine!" And Ardi and Winslow both see this female figure standing in the trees above you, with horns twisting out of her head. And she has something that she puts up to her mouth, and this piping, haunting music begins to echo through the forest as she jumps from tree branch to tree branch, deeper and deeper into the forest.
I heard it even if I didn't see it, correct?
Oh, you heard it. You just didn't see her.
Which way?
You heard...
That one. Towards the terrible haunting sound. It's that direction.
Let's go.
Alright. Towards the terrible haunting sound.
Really, I should really give her, advice on how to perform properly, because that is just dreadful.
Oh, it's creepy as fuck.
Exactly.
It is terrifying to hear. It is just disturbing in general. But it's not bad. It's just creepy. Alright, well, you're following the music, correct?
Yes.
Give me a survival check, everyone.
Ooh, survival.
I'm at survival.
12?
12, 18, and Winslow somehow got a 19. The dude has nothing for survival.
I have a +4. Fuck off.
I have +1.
So, Ardi and Winslow know exactly where to go. Piper's just kind of like, "I'm a city girl, why are we doing this?" Stumbling over roots and tree branches and whatnot. And everyone make me a perception check.
17.
Not good.
Not good.
10.
Alright. And Winslow got a 19. So, Piper, you see this flicker of light that fades and comes back a few feet away and flickers back and forth. It's beautiful, bluish, purplish light that just kind of flicks into the air, and you're just kind of watching it for a moment, and you see that Ardi doesn't notice it, as one flares up right in front of her face, and you hear this haunting scream as the music crescendos. And roll initiative for me.
Fuck. Well, that's good. That's good.
Oh my gosh,
You
this is
also
the
want-
only character that I have that has a plus to initiative. And I still rolled a 6.
I got an 18.
Alrighty. So, Piper, this glowing light appears in front of Ardi, and you hear a crackling as it appears, and just shrieking noise. And you see two others flare up, one in front of you and one in front of Winslow, and you get to react before them.
Oh, okay. I still have my rapier, correct?
You do.
So
For some reason, they didn't take that.
They took my viol because they thought that was more of a
Well,
threat.
actually, I think what would have happened is you would have left your weapons with Winslow, and he would have kept them for you, and they would have been on the cart, and you could have just hitched up your gear.
Okay.
You only took your
My viol
your
to
viol
perform.
with you, right?
Yeah,
You weren't performing with a sword on your belt.
That's fair. Alright, so I will draw my rapier and I will attack the thing in front of me.
All right, roll to hit.
Natural 20.
That
So
will
24.
hit.
I need a date. It's only 4 points of damage, though.
You rolled twice.
No, I rolled once, so it's
You got a natural 20.
2, 5, 7. So 9 points of damage. My bad.
9 points of damage. All right, your blade is not magical, correct?
No.
So the blade slips through it, and you do see that it reacts, but it doesn't do as much as you think it does. So they go. And the one on Piper is going to attack first. That is an 8.
No.
So this crackle, like a whip comes out of it, and you smell ozone as it, like, goes right past your face, but it doesn't hit you.
Smells like home.
No, not brimstone, ozone.
Oh, I know.
Where the hell are you from?
My
Alright.
my parents use magic. Except I don't.
And Ardi, 18 to hit you.
Ow.
You take 6 points of lightning damage.
Not much I can do for that. Alright.
And then Winslow. That's an 18 plus numbers. Winslow's taken 7 points of lightning damage. He's not looking great. And that brings us to Winslow's turn. He takes out a pair of short swords and goes to town. That will hit. And that will hit. So he gets 2 hits. Alright, and Ardi, you're up.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna start off with changing fucking shape as a bonus action.
It's a good plan.
I'm gonna take on a Crag Cat.
Ooh.
Look, you're dealing magic damage.
Yes, I am, and I like the Crag Cat.
And I want advantage.
Wreck their shit.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna like my being a Crag Cat at all because
No, they're not.
well, I have spell turning as a Crag Cat. The cat has advantage on saving throws against any spell that targets only the cat. Alright, fair enough. If the cat's saving throw succeeds, and the spell is of 7th level or lower, which it better damn well be, the spell has no effect on the cat and instead targets the caster.
Yeah, except these aren't saving throws, they're to hit spells.
I know. I'm saying that should you hit me with something that needs a saving throw, it's there.
Gotcha. Alright. So that's your bonus action.
That is my bonus action, so now I have a whole
Care
new
to
set.
maul it?
That sounds like a good idea, yeah.
Not
So, let's, oh, I can hit it with a claw attack and pounce? Sorry, I haven't quite managed to
It's
get
right
all of
on you,
this.
so you don't have the room to pounce.
Oh, there's no pouncing, I'm not moving 20 yards towards it or whatever. Feet.
Nah, it's right in your face, which it's kind of regretting at the moment, because you used to be a tiefling, and now you're a giant cat.
I am a giant cat, yep, You know what, let's bite it.
Alrighty.
With that lightning damage, it might become like Pop Rocks.
I mean...
God damn it.
Nom. He's right on me, so I've got no problems there. And I have a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah,
Roll your damage.
That's 13.
Wow, nice. Your teeth pass through it. You feel some resistance, but it's not giving you everything you thought you were going to get.
Yeah, I figured there was going to be a minor disadvantage to this form.
Yeah. Well, it brings us up to Piper.
Back to me. Alright, I will take another swing at the one in front of me with my rapier.
Alrighty.
8.
You miss.
Yeah. It's okay, it missed me before, you know.
True. Now it's going to swing at you.
Yeah.
11.
Miss.
And now the one on Ardi, in your new cat form. 13.
That is equal to my armor class.
So it will hit.
Yep.
For 7 points of lightning damage.
God damn.
The D20 is not rolling well for me. The D8 is doing great.
Yeah, I'm fucking hurting though.
Yeah. It's going to go for Ardi. It's going to miss Ardi. It got a 9. Not Ardi. Sorry, Winslow. It's going to swing for Winslow. It got a 9. It didn't do great. That brings us to Winslow, who's going to try to swords it up again. He's going to miss with his first attack and hit with his second attack. So he does a little damage to it, but not much, because the offhand he doesn't get to add anything to. He's not doing great. Ardi, you're up.
I guess we'll bite it again. I don't really have a
Alright.
lot of options as a cat. Well, I hit it. That's a 22.
That will hit, yes.
Yeah, I kind of
So-
figured it might.
Go on and roll them damages.
That is somewhat more dismal. At a 5.
Total?
Rolled a 2 on the D10.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't 5 plus numbers.
Nope, it's 2 plus 3.
So, Piper, we're back to you again. As these things, they're flickering in and out of existence almost. They're it's weird, but every time they come into existence, they do create a sphere of light just illuminating the woods. And every now and then, you do catch the form of a horned figure in the darkness playing the pipes, and then as the light goes down and comes back, she's gone or moved to a different position.
I will try to attack the thing in front of me with my rapier, but I'm also going to keep an eye out for where she's moving, possibly.
Alrighty.
Attack with the rapier. 17 plus 4, so 21.
That'll hit.
Good. Because it needs to get out to my face, because she's obviously the trouble. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Alright, they get to go now. Swinging on Piper. That's a 9. Swinging on Ardi. That's a 22. You'll like this, though. Only 1 point of lightning damage.
Oh, that's good. Because, seriously, I've been having a rough time.
Winslow gets hit. Ooh, max damage.
Ooh, Winslow's down, isn't he?
Oh, no, he's up, but...
Really?
Yeah. He's got 19 hit points. He's down to 4. He's going to attack with the first thing he's doing. He's going to miss, and he's going to bonus action disengage and move back into the darkness a little bit.
That's a good idea.
Yep. And then Ardi, you're up.
Let's change it up a little. This time I'll claw at him instead of biting him.
Sounds good.
A 24 to hit.
That will hit, yes.
Yeah, that will totally hit. And then I have 9 damage.
9 damage. Oof.
I'm gonna eat this thing eventually.
Actually, you eat this thing now as you bite through it, and its form just kind of crackles, and your tongue kind of goes numb for a second. Well, no, you clawed it, so your pad of your paw goes numb for a second as your claws just slash through it, and it kind of turns into vapor and has the face of like a gaunt, empty... You ever see those Disney movies where like they create the dead face, but it's like it's no real distinct features to it. It's just kind of that moaning woo face that just vanishes in purple smoke.
I'm just gonna lick my paw real quick. I'm a cat.
That's true. That brings us to Piper.
I still have a friend with me.
You do still have a friend with you.
Let's see if I can get rid of it with my rapier.
With you.
Alrighty.
10.
That will miss. Alrighty. That brings us to the monsters. One will go for Piper, and one will go for Ardi, because Ardi
Killed one.
killed one, yeah. So the one on Piper has a 12.
No.
The one on Ardi, that is a 12.
No.
So they both lash out with lightning, and nothing happens.
It's so weird to not actually take damage.
Right? This is the first time I haven't been hit. Well, my friggin' AC went down as a cat, so... Yeah.
That's true. But you got more hit points to compensate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
So that is that and that. So a dagger comes flying out of the darkness and slashes into the one Piper is fighting.
Ooh.
Oh, he got sneak attack.
He got sneak attack in. So that one's still up, but the dagger like slices through it and then thuds into the tree behind it. And then Ardi, you are up.
So the one that hit me, did they have to get close? Or are they casting from
It
distance?
had to float over to you.
Aw, man.
It floated over and got close. Because these things only have a range of 5 feet. So it's like a regular melee attack.
There's no fun if I can't pounce. They're just like a dire wolf. Fine, I'll bite this one too. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'm not hitting with that. We got a problem here. And 9 damage.
9 damage. Alright, that one's still up, but not well. Piper.
I still have a friend since he didn't quite finish him. Hopefully I'll finish him this time, as I slash my rapier at it.
Alrighty.
That is 18 to hit.
That will hit.
9 points of damage.
And you drive the blade through it, the crackling and the smell of ozone as that haunted face appears in the smoke as it vanishes, leaving you with just one left to deal with.
Nama, nom.
Well, it's their turn now, so they're gonna try to nom you.
Eventually, yeah. They can try.
That is a grand total of 11.
To hit?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then from the darkness comes Winslow. And the sword point actually gets very close to your face as a crag cat, but it pulls back in time as you just see that particular, I'm just going to say what they are, will-o-wisp poof into smoke, haunting face and smell of ozone. And you just see Winslow like holding his one arm that looks pretty badly burned. Just go, I hate undead.
I'm just gonna lay my ears back and hiss at him.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Sylvester.
He's got a freaking blade in my face.
Well, he killed the thing that was in your face.
He did.
That,
I won't deny
that's what he
that.
was doing. That's what he was doing.
Can I perception check to see where the other figure is?
You certainly can.
Because she's still hanging around, causing trouble. 18.
As you're doing that, you hear that cackling noise again, and you look up and see her in the trees, bounding away. Just deeper, the haunting music following as she cackles.
I guess we're following.
It's just like this dejected giant cat. We're all kind of hurting.
Yeah, Winslow pops something out and just chugs it down.
I just reach over and I give Ardi scritches. You did so well.
I'm gonna lick your face. Just your whole face, because I'm a large cat now.
Yeah, and if you ever felt a cat tongue, they're not pleasant. It's like wet sandpaper across your face.
I love you too, Ardi. Let's go.
Alright, not long later, about 15 minutes or so, you come across a little stream, and you see, as you follow it a little bit, it goes into a cave.
Can halflings see in the dark?
They cannot.
Does he have something for that?
I have you.
That's true, you have us.
I just offer my tail for him to hold onto carefully, or he's gonna get bit. So he doesn't get lost.
He grabs hold of it, not hard, he knows better.
Mm-hmm. Pride cats have dark vision.
So do I.
Yeah, tieflings do too. I always have dark vision.
So we start into the cave.
Start into the cave, and as you walk through, there is this kind of eerie glow. It's dim light, so Winslow will actually be able to start to see after a while, so you'll feel him let go partway into the cave. And it opens up into not a large room, but large enough, a large chamber, and you see children standing at different points in the cave. Just hollow-eyed, standing and staring out. There's an inch-deep pool of water at your feet, and they're just standing there in their ragged clothes, barefoot, empty eyes.
I will investigate the pool of water first.
Alright, by the way, the haunting music, still playing, still filling this chamber. Make an investigation check on that water.
This does not bode well. 18.
18, it's water. It's just water.
It's just water? There's nothing...
It's cold, it's uncomfortable to be standing in. There's river stones at the bottom, but it's just water.
I will cross over to go to the children.
Alright. Do you just go up to a child? Do you say something? Do you...
I will go up to one of them and I will kind of like kneel down to get eye level to see like, is anybody home?
As soon as you approach the child and speak to it, I don't know if you approach a boy or a girl, we can 50-50 that.
Yeah, 50-50.
Boy, it's a boy. As you approach the young boy, probably about 5 or 6 years old at that point, the music stops. And a voice calls out, "Trying to take what I've rightfully stolen? They're mine! Mine! Mine!" And a figure falls from the stalactites, a slim woman in ragged robes and leather armor, whose face is hidden behind the horned skull of a goat. Her red eyes are gleaming within the skull. Roll initiative.
They were not yours to take.
I can't roll initiative for my life.
That's okay, I did terrible this time.
Yeah, you did better than I did.
I got a 9.
Just a reminder that I have a +2 to initiative.
So your 3 is what I add to my initiative.
Yeah, my 3 is what I get when I roll a 1.
Yeah.
So, Piper,
Yes.
go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Shit. 6.
Oh.
So you see this woman drop from the ceiling. She points her finger at you, yelling, "Mine! Mine!" And your entire body goes rigid.
Shit.
You cannot move. Which then gives the child advantage to bite you.
You just got bitten by a 5-year-old.
16.
That's the first damage I've taken all game.
Take 2 points of piercing damage as a small child bites you.
Like, I know this is a very serious moment, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, they can bite or claw. With bite. 2 more children are going to try against you. That's a 9.
Nope.
And a non-natural 20.
That hits.
As you take 6 points of piercing damage from that child biting you.
That child means business.
She went for the thigh. She's like, "Argh!" And then one is going to go for the cat. Going to go try to claw the cat with a 12.
No.
And one is going to go for Winslow with the claw as well with a 15, and that actually will get Winslow for 3.
I'm gonna get taken down by a child. I handled myself against the wisp, but I will lose against a child.
Yep. Group 2 is going to hold back because there's no reason for them to attack you. She can only manipulate so many children at once. Winslow's going to swing around with the back of his sword and smash the kid in the head.
Oh, don't kill
He hits
him.
the kid. And that's enough to knock the kid clean out.
Good. Out, but not dead.
Yeah, he just wham, non-lethal damage to the side of the head. Just get the fuck off me, kid. and he's gonna run up to where you are. He can't get to where Piper is, but he can get to where Ardi is, and he's going to knock that kid out as well. With that's gonna hit the kid's AC, and that's gonna knock the kid out. So he just wham, wham, and just knocks 2 kids unconscious.
Huh. I'm just gonna boop him on the top of the head with my tail appreciatively.
Well, he'll give you a little nod as he's just kind of sitting there shaking a little bit like you just got beat on by a child who's about the same size as him. So that's going to bring us to Piper. You are currently held, so at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom saving throw to get out of the hold person.
Which I will do.
It's a wisdom saving throw, yep.
19.
19, you break the hold person, and you just hear this woman shriek in anger as you do that, and then it's Ardi's turn. And Ardi, I would like to point something out to you. She's 20 feet away.
She's 20 feet away.
Get her!
In fact, 25.
Ooh, I have to do at least 20 feet. Oh man, let's pounce. Oh, let's pounce on her! I'm gonna run at her and pounce on her!
Alright, so you run and you pounce. Roll the hit.
And hits with a claw attack on the same turn, and they have to survive a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Wreck her shit!
Well, yeah, considering it was a nat 19 plus whatever it is to hit, which I think is...
Yeah, hit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit her. And so that's a claw attack. That does +3 for damage, so it does 11 damage.
Okay.
Yep, I got an 8 on my D8 there. And,
Then you get to make a bite.
I do get to make a bite, and she also has to succeed a strength saving throw.
Oh, she has to succeed on the strength saving throw.
Well, she succeeds on the strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is prone, then I make a bite.
So a 4? How's a 4 do?
She's gotta hit a 13.
I don't think she makes that. She hit a 4.
She did. Oh, she's getting fucking mauled.
Yeah, she is.
Roll again, and we're gonna hit her for another 8.
I like how the boss villain is getting her shit wrecked, but the minions that were here for you to like meet ahead of time, they're just like, nah, we're gonna kill you. She's taking how much more?
Another 8.
Another 8.
So she took like 19 points in that hit. And she's
Yeah.
prone.
And she's prone. With a giant cat on top of her.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she's got these pipes in one hand that she's like clutching for dear life. Make a quick perception check there, Sabrina.
Alright. Let's do the one that's been a little more cooperative, shall we? Perception as a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I remember these things. 21. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see what I have to see.
These pipes are made of bone. At the end that the sound comes out of are like rat skulls.
Ooh.
To change the pitch. Yeah. These are obviously some special kind of
Special
item.
kind of fucked.
Oh yeah. So she is going to actually press her hand against your furry chest, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Remember, you're using the cat's Constitution, so it's probably not that bad.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is also magical, and you're the cat.
Oh, that's right. I have an advantage.
That's right, you have the thing.
I do. I have an advantage on a saving throw against a spell.
She doesn't know what you are. She's never
Yeah.
seen that before.
Right, it's the perks of being an Outlander. Okay. And let's see, what the heck is my plus for Constitution, you said?
Yes, I believe that's what it is. Yes, Constitution saving throw.
So the first one's a 16. It's a 16.
You succeed.
Oh, good. And so she's gonna have a rough day, huh?
So she just takes it, or she has to make the save, is my question.
Let's see. If the spell is 7th level or lower, the spell has no effect on the cat and instead targets the caster.
Well, this wasn't a targeted. This is everything within a cube.
Well, the thing specifically says that it targets the cat, not an area.
Oh, okay, so this is an area of effect. So you just pass the save.
Ow.
So you take half the damage.
Okay.
Because it's not a targeting effect. It is a cube.
Alright, well.
So Well, you're not taking much in the way of it. That is 8 total thunder damage that's halved to 4. So you take 4 thunder damage as she casts Thunder Wave to try and push you off of her, and you just kind of jerk a little bit, and she just like, that should have thrown you. What just happened?
Guess you had a bad day.
Yeah, and she'll just start screaming in fury. She's still got the cat on her. She can't do anything. She can't get up. She's going to try and make I guess, no, because she used her action to try and throw you off. She can't even make a strength check to get you off of her.
I'd like to see her
But she'll
try, though.
start
I'm big.
She'll start screaming. And 3 children had attacked Piper, correct?
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
because
2.
1 bit, 1 missed, and 1 bit hard.
Oh,
yeah.
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 So those 3 children are going to attack Piper again. This time, no advantage, because you're not held. So that's a 4.
No.
That's a 13.
No.
And that's an 11. So they're like trying to smack at you like with their hands, and you're just like fending them off. And then group 2 of children are going to bum rush forward and attack the cat.
Oh, she can still control the kitties even when she's prone, huh?
Well, she was screaming for them to attack you. You just
Oh.
didn't understand. Well, what languages do you speak?
Druidic, Infernal, and Primordial.
Alright, she is screaming in a different language you don't understand.
Okay, cool.
Alright, but the children apparently are taking orders in it, so that's going to be 5 child attacks to you.
Oh my goodness. To me?
That's a natural 1.
Oh.
And that kid goes to smack you and smacks another kid in the head, doing 1 point of damage to that child. Lethal damage, by the way, to that child.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good thing he didn't kill the other kid. They only have 3 hit points. That would have been bad.
Yep.
A child murderer. The other child's gonna roll.
Child
That is
murdering
a
child.
that is a 17 to hit
That will hit.
for 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Child number 8 is going to go for an 11 to hit.
No.
Child number 9 is going to go for an 11 to hit.
No.
And child 10 is going to go for a 6 to hit. So you got hit by 1 kid and 1 kid hit another kid. Hooray, commoner children as a monster in the monster manual. By the way, I actually do have their stat block in front of me. I made a stat block for this shit. And I put small human neutral. Anyway, Winslow is going to go. And Winslow has a choice to make. Winslow's going to start bashing kids.
The
He
appropriate
rarely
choice.
gets this opportunity. He's going to enjoy it. And he's actually going to go over and help Piper because he thinks the cat has it under control.
Well, I mean, the cat has 12 hit points, so you may need to think about that.
Well, the cat's also going to turn back into a tiefling at worst case scenario.
Yeah, eventually that'll happen.
So he's going to whack 1 kid. That'll hit. That kid's down. He's going non-lethal. Gets the same roll. That's the 17 plus numbers.
Oh boy.
And that's 9 points of damage, which is actually 3 times the kid's hit points. So, bonk! Bonk! That's actually only 6 on that one. That's twice the kid's hit points. So, bonk bonk as 2 of the kids on Piper go down out cold. Piper, you are up.
There's still one on me, correct?
There's still 1 child. It's that little girl on your thigh, just like...
I'm just going to try to, like, bring my elbow down onto her head just to knock her out.
Alright, roll to hit. This is strength-based.
You did it.
13?
That'll hit.
Good.
And then it's going to be 1 plus your strength modifier damage.
So 0?
Get the hell off! Yeah, so you do 0 damage. You just kind of bonk her. I'll give her a con save to see if she is dazed enough to let go. She rolled a 9, so she's dazed enough. She'll just kind of let go. And Ardi, you're up.
You know, I have this snack pinned under me.
You do, and you have advantage on any attack against her.
So let's bite her.
Alright, bite the girl.
Go right for the fucking throat on this bitch.
Alright, roll to hit.
Well, let's see. We start at great with a 16.
Could crit.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna go ahead and have that 16.
Alright, that hits.
Because the other one's a nat 1. So let's not do that.
You just chomp into a child and just start
A child?
ragdolling it. Wait a minute.
No. I'm not targeting
I'm
a
saying on a
child.
nat 1, you would just bite the child and start ragdolling and just murder a child.
Oh my god, that would be horrendous. Okay, and the bright side, we do 13 points of damage.
Ooh, woof.
Yeah, I just maxed that fucker out.
Nice.
Yeah, my D10 and 8, they like me. My D20s don't, but 10 and the 8 do.
She is just screaming underneath you in a language you don't understand.
In this case, I don't think I need to.
No, you really don't.
I'm pretty sure I just put my fangs in her throat. It's a pretty good indicator of what's going on.
Really sucks that you're a crag cat against someone who's a caster. Who's not a strong caster either. She's not going to be able to get away from you.
No.
So she grabs the pipes and brings them to her mouth and just blasts out this haunting music, and everyone needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Shit.
Hey, guess what? I have, super advantage on.
15.
Alright, you will pass.
23.
You will definitely pass.
Come on, Winslow.
Winslow failed.
No.
Yeah, Winslow failed that one, and you just see Winslow's eyes grow wide, and oh, wait a minute. He's a halfling. He has advantage on being against being frightened. That's a 7. He still fails.
I was so hopeful for him.
No, not so much hope.
No, he's terrified of this woman at this point.
Can't exactly blame him.
This woman
Yeah.
can barely be breathing at this point.
And child number 1, she's just she has no turn this turn. Group of children number 2 are going to continue attacking the crag cat. That's a natural 1. Same kid! Same freaking kid! And he doesn't hit his friend this time, but it gets damn close. Number 6, study, because you're not going to be good at anything athletic. Kid number 7. He rolled a 4, he misses.
Yeah, he does.
And that one's a 9 for kid number 8.
Nope.
That is a 10 for kid number 9.
Nope.
Let's see if we can keep this trend going. And that's a 12 for kid number 10.
Nope.
Not a single one of them touches the cat. One of them's just kind of petting the cat. This is how we kill it, right? No!
I think I'm just kind of confused at that point.
Winslow books it right out of the cave. He's just running.
Oh.
I went slow.
Shrieking in fear, kind of running. Next up is Piper. You have that one dazed child you can walk away from if you want to go attack the woman on the ground.
I'm going to do that. I'm just gonna pat her head as I go and walk over to attack the...
You pat her on the head. It's like that bicycle zombie from the first season of The Walking Dead. Reaching out to get you, but can't quite do it.
So I will attack the woman with my rapier.
Alright, you have advantage because she is prone. She was really hoping to get scaredy cat to run away.
16 to hit.
That'll hit her.
Yep, she's having a rough time with that cat.
4 points of damage.
She's still alive. As you stab into her and she just screams. Ardi, if you'd like to finish her off.
I would very much enjoy finishing her off. We'll go for another bite, because that seems to be my preferred. Who wouldn't? 17 to hit?
17 will hit.
Yeah, I kind of thought that it might. This one has been behaving. Let's go with this one. God damn, is this thing weighted or something? I don't trust it. I rolled another 13.
She did. You just take your fangs and sink them right into her throat and rip it clean out so the scream just stops. The scream from the pain of what Piper did just ends. And you see the goat skull just kind of fall off of her. And her red eyes just fade and darken, just glistening over. And her skin is kind of an ashy charcoal color. And her hair is a grayish white.
What the fuck Banshee Wraith bullshit is this?
She looks half-elven, but you really can't figure out what kind of elf would make this kind of child. It's just unusual. But She has this manic grin just plastered to her face as she dies.
Creepy.
That's great.
Did the children snap out of it? Because she did.
The
now.
children all start crying.
Oh,
Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
it does. It does. They're all scared. I had no go.
Want me to
I'm
bagpipe?
not playing. May I borrow your bagpipes?
I'll just nod at you.
There are pipes on the ground, by the way.
I am not using her creepy fucking rat pipes.
Well, technically they are pipes of haunting, but
Creepy fucking rat pipes is an apt description.
I will borrow Ardi's bagpipes just to try to calm them down a little bit.
Suppose that
Alrighty.
means I have to revert back to a tiefling.
you would have to revert back to a tiefling form, yes.
So we can take the time to calm the children down so we can move them.
Performance check. And to be fair,
Sure.
you only have to calm down 6 kids, because 4 are unconscious.
Well, that's true. Performance. That is a 24.
Alright, so the children are crying and sniffling, but some of them recognize you and remember you, and they slowly come round, and they're still sniffling and upset, but they're cold, they're wet, they're hungry, they've been held captive here for a few days. They're wanting to go home.
We'll get you.
Ardi is laid out flat.
Yeah.
So you're
As
just.
this half-elvish woman is just laying in a pool of water that's slowly darkening with her own blood.
I mean, we will need to bring at least. I would say at least the skull that she was wearing and the pipes of haunting back to prove it was somebody else. We calmed the children down.
And you begin to lead them out of the cave. I'm assuming carrying the ones that are unconscious.
Yes.
And as you get out of the cave, you are surrounded. There are elves in gleaming armor, and next to one of the elves stands Curtis Fayweather. And on the ground is Winslow, tied, bound, gagged, disarmed. And do any of you speak Elvish?
No.
Not
I
it.
speak Common and Infernal.
So, Elvish is being gone back and forth, and you see Curtis is kind of confused at what's being said, because he doesn't speak Elvish either. But they move forward. The elves move forward with manacles in hand.
I just hold my hands up and make sure the children get home safe. We rescued them.
Curtis is just like, all right, this was my arrest. And you see a couple of the elves just shoot him a look, and he just kind of deflates a little bit.
The body of the one who actually kidnapped them is in the cave. You can see for yourself.
And one of the elves just gut checks you. And a couple of the elves go in to collect the body, and they kind of just drop the children at the feet of Curtis and start loading you guys up into the carriages, and that would be the Curse of the Pied Piper. This has been the Reliably Chaotic podcast. Champions of Solain is an original Dungeons & Dragons adventure written by Bryan Scharf using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set published by Wizards of the Coast. My name is Bryan Scharf, and I've been your DM. You can reach me at ReliableDM on Twitter.
This is Nicole Summers, and I play Piper.
The part of Ardi was played by Sabrina. Theme music by Adrian von Ziegler. All other music by Kevin MacLeod on the Incompetech website. Detailed information on music used is provided in this episode's description. The music for this episode was selected by Nicole Summers, and the episode was edited by Matthew Reed. Contact us on Twitter at Reliably Chaotic, or email us at reliablychaotic@gmail.com. If you like us and want to support our show, please support us on Patreon at patreon.com/reliablychaotic, or by leaving a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you again in our next adventure.